But you're one of those guys, a lot like Killer Cross, because I'm 35 right now, and I know what you're going to say, but you barely look 32. But I've been watching since 1990, and uh, I always can tell who's got it and who doesn't. And you look at people like Killer Cross, he's got it, and I do think you're one of these guys that just has, like, you've got the personality factor on top of the fact that you can actually wrestle. So you're just like, this guy's fucking cool. He's not some geek who got into the
Yeah,
industry. He's a cool guy.
yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things where it's like, were you comparing me to Killer Cross?
I would put you in the same group as him. Like this is one of the guys to look for.
Absolutely. And I'm just kind of getting started and creating my own mystique, something sort of akin to what he's built for himself, because he is one of those guys that you look at him and it's like, okay, we got to have him. We got to have him on this show. We got to have him in this capacity. And that's what it's all about. It's all about being undeniable to the point where a company can't realistically say, we can live without him. You want them to not be able to live without you, be undeniable, and that's what I'm all about. I'm following in my father's footsteps, but I'm also creating my own path in this business.
But that actually brings me to something I'd love to ask you about, because when I first heard that you were getting into wrestling, I thought, don't even try, because your dad is so beloved and respected by fucking millions of people. Just so happens it turned out that you're really good at it too.
Yeah.
But another person who's son of a famous wrestler getting into it is David Benoit, and I'm not trying to like put words in your mouth, but when you heard about that he was getting into the business and training, what was your first take on that?
Originally, I was, very supportive of David, and I had heard his story. And having trained with Lance, I know he had visited Lance for a few weeks to kind of get his feet wet. I wish the best for David. I really do. But at the same time, um, the business is not going to come and get you. You got to go out and take the business. You got to go out and grab it by the horns. And I think David is just a little too afraid right now, because he's not sure what would happen and how he could parlay this into a career in wrestling. And it is hard. He has come from I come from a unique situation, but his situation is even more unique. His situation is even more filled with those long feelings of resentment and stuff towards his father and the things that his father did. So it's going to be hard for him to break into the business while using his name and doing it for his father. But at the same time, if he did that with unwavering hard work, if he did that with the absolute all of his heart that he could put into wrestling, I think the wrestling community would take him in, and I think he would be able to do something with his life. But because he's afraid to go all in, he's afraid to really quit his job and really sell his soul. You really have to sell your soul to this business. You're talking about a guy like Vince McMahon that runs the WWE. He wants to hire soldiers. He wants to hire guys that are willing to go to battle for him and to put their neck on the line. And so if you're half-assed into wrestling and you're not all the way in, you're going to have a hard time succeeding, whether you're David Benoit or Brian Pillman Jr. or Scott Hall's kid. You got to be all in, and this is a business you got to really sell your soul to.